Stanley, Scuba, Sailing, and Adventures. I appreciate you being here with me to log an entry in the travel journal. If this is your first time, please hit that subscribe button. Today we'll be scuba diving crab wall in the Bahamas Exuma Islands. What a great way to start a dive. A very healthy shark population here in the Bahamas, and quite a good representation here at Crab Wall. Here we have a great barracuda. They range in size from 1.5 to 3 feet. There was no shortage of Caribbean reef sharks on this dive. Note the distinctive features. The underside tip of the pectoral fins and the tips of the ventral fins are dark to black. Also, the first dorsal fin is relatively small, and it starts behind the pectoral fin. Lastly, the gill slits are relatively small and start above the plane of the pectoral fin. The Caribbean reef sharks range in size from 5 to 8 feet, reaching a maximum of 10 feet, and are most often found in depths of water from 0 to 150 feet. I'm still working on my shark photography. I find them a little challenging. They're constantly moving, and most of the time they're moving pretty quickly. Here I'm doing a fin pivot to keep the shark in the frame. There's also a matter of particulate in the water because they're not typically really close, although occasionally they'll make a close pass. So there's some lighting challenges there as well. Like you see how the background here looks gray. It's because the light from my video light is not reaching the ground. It's not reaching the sharks as well. And even with the flash, that light doesn't typically reach the shark unless it's within range. And since the sharks are continuously moving, I find it a little bit challenging. Here we have the invasive lionfish. This one's quite large. And they always seem to do that maneuver and turn their back towards you. At least that's my experience. I'm assuming it's so that they can use those spines. Here we're heading toward the edge of the wall, and this is a little bit of a follow the leader dive. You can see the air bubbles coming up through the reef. There's a swim through down there, but several divers have already been through, and it's a little bit narrow for my camera rig, so I've opted to go over the top. Here you can see some of the divers waiting to go through. I see my dive buddy Mitch has come through the other side. I can see his white fins down below and sharks up above. There's my dive buddy Mitch again. The white fins are very helpful to white balance my photographs, so thanks for that, Mitch. As I said in the intro, this dive site is called Crab Wall. I did some research and I found reference for a dive site very close, maybe the same dive site, called Crab Mountain. So Crab Mountain, Crab Wall, maybe the same dive site. If you know, please leave a comment. This is day 2, dive 1, first dive of the day, dive 5 overall for the trip. The dive started at about 7:45 in the morning and lasted just about 50 minutes. I recorded an average depth of 48 feet and a maximum depth of 70 feet. My dive computer reported an average water temperature of 80 degrees Fahrenheit. This dive site has a little bit of everything. There's a lot going on, and I'm really just trying to get a sense of the geography and layout. We will be diving this site a second time, so just trying to get my bearings and figure out exactly what I want to do on dive 2. And keeping an eye out for the sharks, because whenever there are sharks, I'm always excited about the sharks, and it's hard for me to not just focus on the sharks and keep looking around for the sharks. Looks like I have a Nassau grouper in front of me, and a second and a third Nassau grouper. I'll see if I can get any closer without them taking off. It looks like they're about 15 or 20 feet below me. That's about all the closer I got to these groupers. They weren't too interested. Here we have a beautiful queen triggerfish. The queen triggerfish range in size from 8 to 16 inches, reaching a maximum of 2 feet, and are most often found in depths of water from 10 to 50 feet. The queen triggerfish. Looks like Mitch is getting a little closer than me. Not having much luck with the close-ups on the fish today. Here we have a stoplight parrotfish. And there were a couple of them. I don't know if you saw the others that had more red color. Those are more in the intermediate stage. This one with the yellow spot over the gill plate is in the terminal phase. The stoplight parrotfish. There's one with the red, and that is the intermediate phase. A pair of queen angelfish here. Note the blue crown and the bright yellow tails. The queen angelfish range in size from 8 to 14 inches. Here we have a school of humans. Just kidding. That's our dive group. Well, not kidding. That is a school of humans. Here we have a couple of Caribbean reef sharks coming into view. I see at least 1, 2, 3, 4. And I believe there are a couple others in the perimeter there. We've got 5. And I thought there was a 6th one somewhere. I love it when they swim right at the camera. That makes for just a fantastic photograph. I actually had one come and give the camera a bump. That was quite an experience. That was in the Turks and Caicos. And luckily I had the GoPro running on top, just like I do now. So while I'm taking photos, I'm continuously running video. Nice close pass here. I almost feel like they are possibly attracted to the strobes and the sound they make when they're recharging. Wow, what a great shot. So here you can see the light is starting to reach the shark. It's close enough. So many photo opportunities on this dive with the sharks. Got some good lighting. They're just fantastic to watch swim. Back under the boat now, and you can see some of the divers headed up toward the trapeze. And plenty of sharks to look at. Fantastic. You can see we have a little bit of chop in the water. See the metal triangle bouncing? That's because the boat is bouncing on the waves. I just can't get enough of these sharks. I would describe this as a very sharky dive. Human-infested shark waters. Maybe that's a better way to describe it. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost always at least 2 sharks in the frame. Here we have 1, 2, 3. And a few of them making some nice close passes. Got some sunlight. I get close enough for the strobes to reach them as well. Good times. And our old friend, the barracuda, and my dive buddy, Mitch. And that's a wrap.
Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment.